to My Kahaani at Virtual Fringe. We are South Asian Arts and Theatre House, and we used to be previously called as Bollywood Dance Scene, and we rebranded in 2019 to be called as South. And we are super excited to be here today to present some stories and some dances to you. I'm so glad that Fringe is happening this year. Artists are still here, and audience, you all are still here. So in your face, COVID, we are still winning. So we are going to, oh wait, hold on. I heard that a lot of people said that there wasn't enough Bollywood dancing these days at Minnesota Fringe, and that we are doing something different and they want to see more dancing. But now, since all of you are sitting at your homes and no one's there to judge you, why don't you learn some Bollywood dancing from us right now, right here? And that'll give some time for the latecomers to come back and watch the stream, because that could have never happened at the actual Fringe. So we're so glad for Virtual Fringe, aren't we? All right, I'm going to teach you very simple steps. You don't even have to get up from your couch to stay where you are. It's just going to involve like facial expressions and arms, okay? Here we go. First step, you're going to like outline your eyes 2 times. Then do a dramatic pose, and then you're gonna one hand towards your heart, the other hand do a chest pop, and then one hand in front of your face, the other hand do a peekaboo, and then let it go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So cool. Let's try that with some music. Give me some music. Also keep like vibing. This is just to get you guys warmed up before we start our show. Let's go. Right there. And if you want to learn more, I'll share some information about our classes later on. Let's get started with our show. Our first storyteller for the night is Darshan Maiya, telling the story of Crushed, about the universal experience. I don't want to give more of it. This show is directed by Erin McGregor, and I'm sure it'll bring a lot of smiles to your face. So let's get started.
Hi, my name is Darshan, and I'd like to tell you a true story about my life. A story that transcends like time, country, and culture. My teenage years. Some of you thought that I was going to say love. Yeah, this story is about love too. But before we get into the actual story, there's a backstory. You need to understand that as a kid, I watched a lot of TV. Especially when my parents were not at home. Like all parents, they warned me. Too much TV would melt your brain. For a long time, I believed them. And every time after I watched TV, I used to check my nose for brain fluid. Eventually, I realized that that wasn't true, and that's when I started sneaking in extra TV watching. Whenever they went out of the house for coffee or groceries or anything, I used to run to the TV and turn on Cartoon Network. It was my favorite channel as a kid, but I didn't get much time to watch it, because whenever I watched TV with my sister or my mom, they always wanted to watch soap operas, which I hated. My dad didn't watch much TV, but whenever he watched TV, he used to watch the news, which is even worse than soap operas. the only person in the house I liked to watch TV with was my grandma. Her favorite thing to watch was Bollywood, or the local version of Bollywood called Sandalwood. A quick backstory is in India, each state has its own language and its own movie industry. So I'm from the state of Karnataka, where the local language is Kannada. And a lot of sandalwood trees are grown there. So Kannada movies, which are just as cheesy and romantic as Bollywood movies, are called sandalwood movies. But to keep things simple tonight, I'll refer to it as Bollywood. Anyways, I never got to watch Tom and Jerry, except when my parents went out. One day, they caught me. And as a punishment, they canceled my cable subscription. Luckily, I was a resourceful little kid. And I knew that our next door neighbors had cable. So the next time, when my parents were out, I climbed to the roof where our wires met their wires. Using my mom's scissors, I stripped the insulation and placed a piece of copper wire, and instantly I had cable. I also got a big electric shock. I'm an electric engineer now. But the little electrocution was worth it. I now had access to not only Cartoon Network, but also other more channels like MTV. Like in India, MTV played both Bollywood and English music videos. I really enjoyed English music videos. I wanted to be just like Eminem. Unfortunately, the neighbors called the cable repairman because they were experiencing a poor connection. He quickly discovered the copper wire and promptly cut it. But the point is, I watched a lot of Cartoon Network, Bollywood, and MTV by the time I was a teen. These three influences play a big role in the actual story you're about to hear. I think you're ready now. It was 2003. I was 15 years old and growing up in Bangalore, India. I never had a girlfriend or even a crush until then. Her name was Kalpana. Before we go any further, I need to clarify something. Yes, there was music, at least in my head. I watched a lot of Bollywood movies growing up. You know that in between phase where you're not quite clear if something is happening or not? Does she actually like me? Or is this just all in my head? The music was in my head, but I wasn't sure about the rest of it. She seemed to like me. I even asked her if she liked me. She didn't say no. But it wasn't meant to be. I realized Kalpana had a boyfriend. think I would have been crushed by my first crush. But actually, I learned a valuable lesson. Girls actually like me. One day, I was sitting in my after school tuition class when suddenly she looked exactly like the actress Aishwarya Rai. This girl had it on. She was beautiful. She was rich. And since we were in the same class, I also knew she was smart. I had seen my future. And her name was Amulya. I needed to get her attention somehow. Smart girls like smart guys, right? So 15-year-old me came up with a brilliant plan. I had a friend who had a lot of connections. I don't know how, but he hooked me up with one of the hottest pieces of technology on the market. A brick phone with a QWERTY keypad. Remember, it was 2003. It didn't matter that this cell phone had no SIM card. It was so cool. Apparently, it would take more than just a brick phone with a QWERTY keypad to impress her. So I asked my friend to get me a SIM card and her phone number. I couldn't take any chances, so I texted her during class. I wanted to make sure she received my text. Apparently, technology wasn't her thing. So I realized I'd have to communicate with her the old-fashioned way. So I asked my cousin to talk to her for me. I told him about Aishwarya Rai, my brick phone, her broke phone, our life together, all of it. He told me he'd take care of it. By which he meant he talked to Amulya's best friend. She was less helpful. I gathered my courage and walked right up to her. I said, "Look, Amulya, I like you. If you like me too, then tell me. I'll be waiting at the school gate tomorrow after class." I had changed my tune and she knew it. There I was, waiting by the school gate, basically waiting for my life to begin. It didn't look like she was coming, but then... eternity waiting for her to reach me. It was the end of her beginning. She had seen her future and walked away from it. Literally ran away from it. My first crush was educational, but my second was totally different. It was totally empowering. Because I wasn't crushed. I mean, I was sad, but not devastated. I realized even though my destiny wasn't with this girl or that girl, I still had a destiny. And I was ready for it, no matter what.
जब से देखा मैंने तुझको मुझको शायरी
Wasn't that fun? I love that show. We did this in 2018 and we really wanted to bring it back. And I'm so glad you got to watch it. Also, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Maiya. I'm the Artistic and Executive Director of SAD. SAD is a non-profit organization that celebrates cultural diversity and social harmony through the joyful medium of performing arts. So we are here today. We started as a non-profit organization back in 2014. And we owe that to Fringe actually. We came in and put our first show at Fringe, and then it was loved so much, and eventually we were able to become a non-profit and provide that opportunity for a lot of amateur artists to come and show off their talent. So thank you to Minnesota Fringe. And if you want to support us, please go ahead and donate to SAD. We're going to link our website in the comments, so you can please go ahead and donate. And also, I'm wearing this cool merch. We have put a lot of new merchandise on Teespring, and that's also available on YouTube. You can see it. You can go directly buy some merch and support us as well. And I'm loving these costume changes as MC, so this is fun. I miss performing on stage. I also want to say that if you loved the Bollywood dances you saw and the dance I taught earlier, come to our dance class on Thursday nights. We teach every single Thursday night, and you don't have to physically come to our class. You can literally join from home. It's virtual class taught on YouTube, so just go subscribe to our channel and just show up on Thursday, or not even on Thursday. It's going to be available even after that. So just go to our channel. There are lots of cool dance videos that you can learn from. And we have more programming coming up, so be connected. Just like us on Instagram, Facebook, or just go to our website. Alright, that's a lot of talking. Let me move on and introduce our next show. The storyteller is Bharath Kumar, and the story is titled Home. It's directed by Madhu, Bangalore. And we did this show at Minnesota Fringe last year, but Bharath only got to do one of the show. And I don't want to give anything away about the show. Why don't you guys watch this, and then you'll know why he only did one show. Alright, deal? Alright.
What's your favorite part about owning a house? A friend asked me once. Having a space of your own? Setting up things the way you like? It has to be shoveling snow. Minus 10 degrees outside. Mortgages. I recommend it. Everyone should have one. Endless summer projects where I can show my great handyman skills. Or maybe knowing every tiny little thing about my house because I love it. It's been 3 years since we bought this house. And this was my favorite part. Wake up in the morning, sit in my couch, look at my yard. A hand-built deck, white cornerstones, bright green mint leaves, a vegetable garden, a thin layer of dew on the grass, 4 trees to the right, 2 to the left, a bird bath, a meditating frog, a red swing, and all of this making a beautiful image for my living room and Maiya, my 3-year-old daughter, comes running, happy and excited. It's only 6:30 in the morning, and I haven't been able to sleep past 6 since we had it. Well, that's a different story. With Halloween around the corner, she wants to be Hank. I want to Hank you? Is that even a thing? Well, Hank is an octopus, and it can hank you. All makes sense. When you have a 3-year-old. I want to tell you something, she said. Something. She's still learning how to pronounce new and complex words. Did you know octopus had 8 legs? And they're orange in color? She said that with an expression that was like, do you even know these things? I think she gets that seeing her mom talk to me. I hear my wife saw me out from the kitchen. Bharath, I need some colored lights this season. I'm bored of the same white lights you do every year. And please get it up before you say it's too cold to go outside. And I want some nice fall color pictures. I want to make this good postcards for holidays. Thought that was the end of my wife's monologue? No way. When she gives like the wishing well. She went on. What are you going to do with all the excess candy? Are you going to bake or fry turkey? When are you going to get the Christmas tree out? At times, I wasn't even sure if she was talking to me or herself. But between colored lights and costumes, pumpkins and turkey and ugly sweater, festival mood had set in my house. Everyone in my house was making their own plans. What party should we attend? What dress should I wear? What favorite cupcake should I bake? Tell you the most devious of all. Who should we invite? I hate to say it, I was no exception. I liked the gift giving and fried turkey. Wait, who doesn't like fried turkey? Secretly, I was excited about all of this. I went back to my couch, thinking how it has been 7 years since we moved to this country. I still remember how much we missed home when we first got here. The thing I missed the most was the festivals. It was 2011, and I used to live in Milwaukee. It was festival day back in India, and greetings were starting to pour in. Phone calls, emails, text messages. I wasn't even sure when the festival was with all the time difference. Was it yesterday? Was it today? I stepped out of the balcony, and that's when it hit me. The memories. I was about 10 years old, and I was waking up from what I bet was a busy night before. Festival day smells were starting to hit my nose. The aroma of incense sticks, the smell of gunpowder from crackers bursting endlessly for a week. The smell of my mom's savory donuts, fried in oil. Wait, I can even hear them crackling when she drops them in. I hear my mom screaming instructions from the kitchen. A general sense of noise and excitement that only festival days like this would bring. The sound of crackers going boom, boom, boom endlessly. I wake up, squish my eyes. That's when the sights hit me. Flowers everywhere, mango leaves on every window and door. A clean household, people wearing new clothes. I walk up straight into the kitchen and put my hand on a donut. We call it vada. Stop it! See my mom? God is going to be so angry with you. You haven't brushed your teeth? You haven't showered? And you cannot touch this until we have offered prayers. I wasn't sure if it was my mom or really a God is telling me I'm doomed if I touch this. There were at least 5 of my favorite items in this kitchen counter, and I cannot touch them. This is torture. I walked out into the living room and I see my dad smiling at me. You better take bath. I make my case to him. Appa, I'm so hungry. Can you steal me a donut? My dad is startled at my plan. No way. She will kill me. Hear my mom from the kitchen. She's ruthless to all. Kitchen goddess. I walk out of my house. The morning air is fresh. My friends are starting to line up in front of my house. They're yelling out my name so I can go join them. The cement chair is piling up with crackers. They're going to burst it all day. I want to be out there. Walk back. See my dad has organized the clothes I'm going to wear. Tags removed, ready to go. I walk past the kitchen. Like I haven't eaten in a whole year. Just as I close my bathroom door, my father hustles up to me, shoves a vada in my hand. Hurry up. I always knew he was a brave man. Just as I close that door, I see him caught red-handed. The kitchen goddess. Well, not that it mattered. As I crunched that vada, it melted into my mouth. Like it was never there. I open my eyes. I'm still in the same Milwaukee balcony. The smells, the sights, the sounds, the taste, it's all in my head. All I can see here is an empty parking lot with absolutely no one in it. The silence is deafening, only to be broken by a randomly passing car. It's festival day back in India. This new country is nothing like the home I left behind. Well, here I am on my couch, looking at a similar empty yard. It's been 7 years since that day, and so much has changed. We are excited again. It's not the same festivals, it's not the same sounds, it's not the same smells, it's not the same friends, not the same food. But here we are, excited, making plans, making memories. This is home now. This patch of land, my daughter calls her own. The dewdrops she takes up to, the cardinals that greet her, the bunnies that run around. That 3-year-old white boy, she calls her best friend. The only language she knows how to talk in, English, which is not even ours. Little does she know, all of this hangs on a paper document called visa. It makes us second guess every decision we take, small or big. Unlike some of you, my stay in this country comes with a shelf life. Hey, let's buy a new car. I have only 6 months on my visa. You think it'll get extended? Hey, let's take a vacation to Mexico. Well, I hear people are getting into visa troubles when they come inside. Hey, I found this new job. It allows me to stay home. I don't have to travel so much. Well, I hear visa transfers are getting rejected. I'm not sure if you take that job. With no clear path, nor a policy to plan our lives, we start and stop every time my visa renews and expires. How long can I place my life on hold? Because someday I'll be asked to go back. I sit on that couch thinking if I should order Hank from Amazon and rope lights from Home Depot. Even as I'm more than ever unsure of what I should call home. The one I left behind, come live here, or the one I'll be asked to leave, to go back to. Even as I wonder what my 3-year-old daughter will ask me, why she has to go away from her home, why make a new friend, why learn a new language, why eat a new food, why relate to a new festival. Home. Where is it?
That was Home by Bharath. Bharath's work visa got denied and he had to leave the United States after living here for close to 10 years. He had to pack his bag within a week and leave, which is why he couldn't do more than that one show at Fringe, because he had to leave the very next day. Well, most of us are also immigrants here, and the uncertainty about staying here and going back, even though we've been here for years, is always looming over our heads, which is frustrating, and COVID adds an extra layer of uncertainty to the top of it. Let me not be a Debbie Downer. Let's move on. I'm very excited that all of you stayed back and watched these shows. Please leave a comment if you thought that this was good. What did you think about it? All that good stuff. Please go ahead and leave comments, and please come back. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and watch our website for all other new exciting stuff. But I also want to plug Minnesota Fringe. Please give to Minnesota Fringe. We have to save Minnesota Fringe. The festival couldn't happen physically, so Fringe has taken a huge loss. So Fringe has made art happen for a lot of artists. We wouldn't have been here without Fringe, so please save Fringe. Go donate, give like $5, buy a button, buy this cool t-shirt, or just give to Fringe and support artists, support theater, and support artists in Minnesota. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you at our other events.